what you say. I'm going to make sure this gets out, but I want you to be very discreet with what you say because we don't need any problems. And I need the comments to run the likes up the entire time this woman is speaking because we do not need this taken down. This is NFL Lee's baby's mother. NFL Lee, the one who with Jazz and the kids. Yes, this is his baby's mother. We're going to give her opportunity to speak. Okay, go ahead, Miss Jenise.
Okay, so earlier today he was on live discussing me. So I don't know what it is, and I don't know why he's discussing me. I don't know if he want to make the show about me now, but we can make the show about me, so I'm going to address some things. First of all, my daughter is not 2, she's 3. He keeps screaming 2. I don't know where he's getting that from. That's weird. She's 3. And as far as the $300, that was last month. This is a new month. So, yeah, my rent is not $200. I don't know where he's getting that from, because from my understanding, Classic Brown said he never stayed with me. So how do he know how much rent that I was paying? I'm still trying to figure that one out. I'm not on Section 8. Jazz is on Section 8. Yeah, she told you her rent was $1,600. She played you, dummy. That's not on me. So, yeah, I'm going to address some things because I don't know why he keeps getting on live. Yeah, I'm blocked. No, he have not reached out to his daughter, which is silly to me. Who blocks a baby mama? It could be a life and death situation about your daughter. Do you care? No, obviously you don't because you blocked me. You're in your feelings about me because I went live and said some things about you. That has nothing to do. Well, why would you want to block the child, the mother of your child? You know, it's just, I'm just over this already. I'm tired of my name being on live. I don't even know why I'm on his live. He need to be concerned about Jazz and those kids and keep my name out his mouth. Like, I don't even understand why am I the topic. Why am I the topic? Why was I the topic today on his live? And what he don't know, I have multiple fake pages. I'm constantly seeing his live. And then he's discussing my daughter and don't even know her real age. Like, who does that? And I don't know, Trip. This is really getting on my nerves.
And I completely understand. Now I think you know. I hope you know. I'm not a fan of your baby's father, and I'm not necessarily a fan of his woman. Not personally. I don't know them personally. I'm not a fan of the treatment in which he was imposing on the woman's kids. Hello, Bullock. I'm not a fan of exploitation of kids. So I did have a strong falling out with your child's father and the woman. This was before I found out about your daughter or his son. There was a very strong falling out. I don't think me and Brother Lee will be coming back from that. Let me just say that. It has nothing to do against you. I actually follow you on my main account. So I have been informed. They said that there are some things going on. I did hear some talk about somebody's rent. Let me ask you this. Do you feel as though all of this is stemming from the fact that money can no longer, so it's no secret. The kids were being filmed. That was creating money on social media. It can be posted on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. He could be very lucrative with that. The kids are no longer able to be posted, whether they're really removed from the home or not. They're no longer able to be posted. So that's affecting his money. Do you feel as though he's now trying to make you a subject so that he can gain followers, money, a new storyline?
I think that's what it is, because I'm not understanding why am I the topic. I'm not understanding why, what is I'm the topic for? We're not even together. You don't even, you haven't even, I haven't talked to you in a whole month. You haven't even reached out to your daughter. So why am I a topic?
Now, you are the same one who he sent the video to of Jazz, I'm just going to say, doing said act.
Correct.
Okay. And so let me ask you this. Now, I'm not doubting when you say that y'all have not had relations. Why is he sending you this video? What was the reason for that?
I don't know. Maybe he was on the Molly. I think he was on the Molly.
Okay. All righty.
But my baby daddy been doing this for quite a while. He sends me text messages. He tries to have intercourse with me. He tried to have. I deny him and swerve him every time he does it. So, like I said before, the reason why I spoke out is because I told him this was his last chance doing me like that. And when he did me like that, yeah, I spoke out. I'm mad at this point. Leave me alone. Quit texting me about wanting to fuck with me. Quit texting me about this silly stuff. Quit sending me videos of Jazz. That's weird to me. So yeah, I spoke out because at this point I'm mad and I feel disrespected and I feel played. So I had every reason to speak out.
Oh yeah, you know I ain't against that.
Yeah,
What?
I have every right to speak out, but you're mad for what? I'm trying to understand. You're mad for what? At the end of the day, we have a child together. So you're mad at me for what? Now I'm the topic for what? You're telling people my rent is $200. That's a lie. You're telling people I had a black eye. That's a lie. You're telling people I was in your. This stuff is so funny to me because all this is lies, lies, and on top of lies.
Okay, let me ask you about this now. So you spoken on that in regards to, how do I put this? He's made comments back when the kids were still living there and Jazz and him were together, and he was stating that basically, at one time he had tried to get the little girl, and he stated that you were giving him some pushback. So in regards to just regular co-parenting before the kids got taken back when money flow was good, was there ever beef or problems between the two of you?
No, not at all.
Okay, has he been an active before he got social media famous? Was he an active parent?
He was a sometime acting parent, which means he reached out when he wanted to.
Okay, so does that mean like holidays, knowing that everybody else is posting their kids, hey, can I get my kid and post my kid?
No, that wasn't the case.
Okay, so he was actually active. You're stating that you say about 50-50. You call him and ask him to come get your daughter. He may show, he may not.
Correct.
Okay. Let me understand this because I'm completely, I get everything that you're stating. With this situation, due to the fact that Jazz's children, and granted, we, the public, don't know if the kids are really removed or if this is, and I think that they are at this time, or if this is just something that he's using once again to get traction and people to look at his page. Have you before? So your daughter has been to the house that him and Jazz share with the kids. Were you preview to the videos that Lee was posting online when your daughter was going over there?
I couldn't see anything because he had me blocked. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. I don't know what was on his TikTok page.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask this. Now that the kids have been removed and you've seen what's taking place on the page, have you guys ever had conversations about his behavior with her children or his behavior with children?
No.
Okay. At this point, I have heard, I'm not going to deny, I have heard the rumors about the rent, about your rent, Jazz's rent. At this point, yes, I'm very much so aware that there's a strong storyline attempting to take place with Brother Lee. I think, like I said, it's because the kids have been removed and there's no income coming in. With this being said, you said now he's trying to silence you. What took place in the past few days that has him now trying to silence you?
That's what I'm not understanding. So I guess since I came out and said that he sent me a video of Jazz giving him oral, that's when he blocked me. And then he's mad because I spoke to a couple of y'all twice on live. So he blocked me. So therefore I haven't heard from him. It's almost a month. Like he haven't even contacted his daughter. You see what I'm saying? So he's allowing this to affect my child as well because he haven't even reached out to her. She turns 4 next month. She has a whole birthday in March. Her birthday is March 13th, and he have not yet to reach out to her, period, because of this situation, which I find that really stupid. But you're on live discussing me, though. So if you don't want to talk to me and you got me blocked, why are you discussing me on your live? Quit discussing me on your live. If you can't call me or unblock me, quit discussing me. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. I completely agree with that one. With this being said, I'm trying to be how do you say this? Classy. I'm trying. You know what? Now that I said classy, it brought up a whole nother thing. When you went to go tell Jazz that Lee had been sending you videos, you went to go reach out to her, and you were met with some combat from who is it? Tarnished Penny. I'm sorry, classic classic bronze. What is the situation with the cousin? Is the cousin a long lost secretive girlfriend? Is the cousin really the cousin? Who is this woman?
I mean, she a cousin, but I just feel like, don't get me wrong, I have cousins. I do. But as far as their affairs, I don't really get myself involved in their affairs. I just feel like she's doing too much. Like, Come on now. If you wrong, you're wrong. Like, let's not justify the wrong in your kinfolks and in your family. Let's not do that. And that's what aggravates me about her, because most of her stuff that she's defending him on, I just don't feel like she should be defending him, because he's wrong and you need to be helping him instead of leading him on. It's weird to me. I'm out of that situation, but yeah, it's weird to me.
I know she is a friend of Jazz. Was she ever a friend of yours, or why do you feel like she does not want? Do you feel like she has invested interest in not getting Jazz to hear this side?
Right. So she's controlled over Jazz too. So whatever she says, Jazz listens. So that I have no control over that, because I'm only listening to what I say. Ain't no friend finna tell me otherwise. And that's the problem with Jazz. She listens to what they say and she runs with it.
Okay. Jenise, let me ask you, how old are you?
37.
No, really, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Oh, wow, you look really young. I thought you were going to say like early 20s. Okay.
I'm 37.
Okay, yeah, you had me. Yeah, I was getting ready to go somewhere with that. Okay, yeah, you got
I
me.
just look young, girl. That's all.
Very young. I'd give you about 24, 25. You look young.
No, my oldest is 18.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Then I would have never guessed that. Okay. Um, with all of this being said, yeah, she definitely does. She looks extremely young. With this being said, how do I say this? He has not reached out to you in about a month. When he stopped reaching out to you, were the kids still, and granted, I'm not asking you to tell me what's going on in their house. Did social media, from social media standpoint, the kids have been gone from their house for a while. When he stopped reaching out to you, was social media at that time under the impression that the kids were no longer staying there, or were we still seeing videos of the kids there?
So from my understanding, the kids did get. Well, I have spoke with Jazz, and her kids are gone. They are with a family member. That I know for a fact, because she called me and we talked about that. But as far as where they at now, I really don't know. But they did get taken, and they with a family member.
Now let me ask you this. Did you and Jazz, now you may not have had to sneak, did Jazz have to sneak and speak with you, or does he allow you and Jazz to communicate?
No, she sneaked and called me when he
That
wasn't.
girl, don't get Jazz beat on now. We're gonna have to search for Jazz to make sure, because you know he's somewhere. Now you know your baby's father. I didn't only got into it with him on the internet, but you know him in person. You know that man's sitting somewhere listening. He listening right now.
Listen, but she called me. Let me tell you something. When all that happened about that video, and Classic Bronze had got in her inbox and said what she said, then they blocked me.
Right.
The next day, she unblocked me. She befriended me on TikTok, and she called me on her cell phone. Sure did.
You go, Jazz. If you listening to this, you go, Jazz.
She sure did. And we talked.
Okay.
About my baby daddy. Sure did.
You bringing out my message, Jenise. Can you tell us what she said? Don't you get Jazz assaulted now. Don't have, you know your baby daddy got charges for stalking and things. Don't have him in Jazz bushes trying to camp out and hurt the woman now. But if you can share a little bit of what the convo was about, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, ain't she used to the toxic relationship? That might be what she like.
Okay. Did she give you anything that the TikTok streets could use?
She didn't get
without incriminating yourself and without incriminating her too badly. Is there anything that she has given you that you're comfortable speaking on that social media should know about your baby father?
Nah, she didn't speak up on what happened, but she did say her kids got taken and they're with a family member. That is all she told me. As far as the allegations on what happened, I do not know.
In regards to the kids being taken, now this is just my personal view. When the video came out of the kids being taken, Jazz did not look that upset. Lee looked more upset than Jazz did. Okay. Now, me personally, I'm just going to give my belief. I think that Lee still resides over there. Everybody else can say they think he's moved. I personally think Lee still resides over there. However, if Lee has moved, that's one thing. My thing is, when you spoke to this woman, she did not look concerned on screen. Now I don't know how she sounded to you. Do you think she did not appear concerned on screen because her children were with a relative?
Correct.
Okay, so she's not heated, she's not upset because they were cousin so and so, auntie so and so, grandpa so and so, is what you're stating.
Correct.
Okay.
They were a relative that she knows. So I mean, they're in good hands. So why would she be concerned?
Okay. In regards to Lee, do you feel like Lee would attempt to come back? Now Lee has stated and Jazz has stated that the children, even if they return, are no longer allowed to be posted on social media.
Right.
Do you feel as though Lee will attempt to go back into that home? Now, CPS has said they do not want Lee, according to what we've heard. So let me say allegedly, they do not want Lee around those children. She was asked to choose between her children and Lee. I don't know if Lee is still there right now. It wouldn't matter because the kids are not there. If the kids return, do you see Lee attempting to get back in that house to make content, to make a financial move forwarding himself?
But why would he do that? Because the next time CPS take the kids, it ain't gonna be no family member. So why would he risk her again like that? And why would she let him risk her kids getting taken away for good? That's the question that they need to answer themselves.
Okay, now I heard Jazz say, I got to choose between my man and my kids. So I would like to know, with that being said, do you feel like with her man and her kids, with being placed in that situation, this time she didn't make a choice, CPS made the choice for her.
Right.
Do you feel as though Lee has any remorse for because Jazz was not the cause of Jazz's children being removed. Nobody had ever heard of Jazz on social media until Lee came along. Do you feel as though, knowing now that Lee was the cause of the kids being taken, him posting what he was posting on social media, and in case you're not aware, we found out both places Jazz worked. We found out where the kids went to school, where they lived, and the whole household layout, along with much more. There were documents at times shown when she was going to court with her own children's father, and he would videotape that. So there was very little privacy taking place in the house.
Wow.
Why? Girl, you got to ask the baby daddy. I don't know why he was doing that.
Wow. Who records all of that? Who records their own business?
Well, let's be clear. Lee recorded both places Jazz worked, the Texas Children's Hospital and Dirty.
And let me make a statement on that one. So I work at a hospital. And if in the handbook, every hospital has this, baby, before anybody get employed there. I don't think she read it. It typically says, no, they don't want their logo nor their brand on any social media platforms. Okay, so when you're wearing a Texas Children's shirt and you're filming on their property and you're putting it on TikTok, that's grounds of termination, baby. That's in the handbook.
Oh yes, it is.
I work in the medical field. So when you go around saying that people on TikTok got me fired, I kind of doubt that one.
Well, I want to thank you for that, Miss Jenise, because as much as I discredited their parenting, I never called her job. I think that would probably be her only way of escaping him if she was trying to. I wouldn't call her job. I wouldn't call his job, to be honest. He don't work. But if he works.
Trip, listen to me. Even if you was to call a job, that's not going to get you fired.
Well, I will say this. There were a large lump sum of individuals who did call Jazz's job. Now, I called CPS and I called the school, but there were a large lump sum of individuals that did call Jazz's job at Texas Children's Hospital. And it was to the point, not only were they getting calls, but they were also being sent videos that you spoke on where you're posting your job, what you call it? You're posting the logo in film.
The shirt.
Your baby's father then turned around after she was fired. He turned around standing in their garage with lighter fluid, walked out to the driveway talking about director of Texas Children's Hospital. That's what I think about you, bro. That's what I think about you right here. Threw the shirt down in the yard, poured lighter fluid on it, lit the lighter, threw it on there, talking, that's what I think about y'all, bro. That's what I think about
Oh,
y'all.
wow.
The shirt got lit on fire.
Girl, you sound just like it. That's what I like.
That's what I got for y'all, bro. That's what I got for you, bro. So now you have the Texas Children's Hospital. I'm sure the director saw that video. Not to mention the fact that when people were calling her job, you can't just call a Texas Children's Hospital and say, I want to report Jazz. You have to give more info. And you know what they
There you
gave?
go.
They told that she worked in the food service department. Jazz had even posted a video where the people came on there and had the nerve to say, I'm a relative of hers. And when she came to the phone, they said, hey, girl, I ain't no relative. I was just calling to tell you to leave Lee. Okay. And she came back and she said, you are not a relative of mine. I didn't appreciate you doing that. I didn't like that. But at that point in time, the ball apparently had already been rolling. This was before mass amounts of people had started calling. So my question is, at this point, because I got to go in like 2-3 minutes, only because I'm at work. I brought this on my lunch break, and we can reconvene if you have more that you want to add after this. I'm gonna give you these last 2-3 minutes to go on and tell the people whatever you'd like to tell them. And if you want to come back later, we can definitely do that.
Okay. No. I'm not gonna come back later because I have my kids later. But when they get out of school. But I just want to say my rent is not $200. I'm not on no Section 8. This man have never did nothing from my daughter. I'm blocked. So y'all, please don't believe the hype. I don't know why I'm the topic of discussion, but it needs to stop. If he needs a storyline, he can unblock me and maybe I'll give him my daughter for a storyline. Maybe if he that desperate, but he gonna break me off. Yeah, that part. So. I'm done talking, period.
All righty, y'all have heard Miss Jenise Hunt. This is Lee's baby's mother, NFL Lee. I'm not sure why he's not treating her like Fam Lee right now. Yeah, hey, you had to throw that in there. All
Oh,
right.
and that logo. He needs to take that logo down. Why is he still representing that logo with them kids on?
Well, people had asked him at one point, they say,
Mm.
Lee, do you think it's possible you can change your name maybe to a family name? And it's funny, it was right before the kids were taken. Lee said, no, I'm not going to do that. If me and Jazz break up, then I must change things back. I will leave it as NFL Lee. This is my page.
I'm
That was
talking
it.
about the profile picture with all the kids and Jazz face on there.
Because at this point in time, Brother Lee, he's hoping that someone still believes the kids are there. He's hoping he can post older videos of the kids back when they were there and possibly, I guess, get his following to still participate. He's tried coming up with
Lord have mercy.
He's tried coming up with storylines of the brother cooking. He's tried coming up with storylines of himself where he tells people he's a rapper. He's come out with this song, Lemonade, something him and his brother came up with. He's tried to come up with a storyline of Jazz cheating, having another man in the home. Just multiple things. I don't know why they continue to try to play us as if we're underage children and we don't have minds, but we can definitely see what's going on. He's looking for a storyline hard. Not wishing Brother Lee any kind of poverty, but you got to come up with different ways. We're not that gullible.
Yeah.
It's given to the act.
Boring. It's giving boring.
I agree. Well, all right, Jenise, I follow you on my main page. I'm sure the people have come up here and they will be following you. I do have to shut down now because I got to go to work.
Okay, mama.
All right. Thank you. You guys have a wonderful day.
Bye-bye.